My husband has a work wife. They're friends and they go out to lunch together a lot. And they even started going out at night. He claimed it was with other work friends, but I think it was just the two of them. They talk about a lot of really personal things, and I'm starting to think he really likes her. She brings him homemade lunches sometimes, and he's brought her leftover desserts. That I made. It didn't bother me at first because I'm a pretty secure woman, but it's been going on now for months and it's starting to get weird. Before I tell you how strange this has gotten, please like and subscribe because what I'm about to share are the actions of a crazy woman. Honestly, it feels like she has a connection with him that I don't. In the beginning, he'd talk about having a work wife. We'd joke around about it. And one time I even said, as a joke, that he better not leave me for her. It was all fun and games until he started telling me some really personal things about her, like things you only tell someone you're romantically involved with. When I asked him why she was telling him such personal things, he just shrugged it off and said they were friends and friends share things with each other. All I know is the things she was saying are things I would never share with a friend of the opposite sex. It really started to weird me out. Then something crazy happened. She work proposed to him to make their work relationship work official. She playfully feels that, like, he's not a real work husband if they don't have an actual work wedding. I told you this is getting really weird. And yeah, I'm starting to think she might be crazy while trying to steal my husband. Of course, he thinks all of this is hilarious. And whenever I question him or try to have a serious conversation about this, he says I'm being paranoid and that I shouldn't take any of this seriously. The funny thing is, if I were doing this with a guy, he would be so jealous. Heck, if I talk to the checkout guy at the grocery store, he gives me crap on the way home. He's so insecure, and yet he makes me feel like I'm crazy because someone at his work literally proposed to him. But it's all fun and jokes, right? Yeah, I don't think so. What makes it even worse is that everyone at their work is on board. They think it's a great excuse to throw a party, and they've been joking around about who's going to make it into the wedding party. Even his boss is on board and said they could have the wedding on a Friday after work, and then go to a bar close by for the reception. I think they're all taking this way too far. And when I asked if I was invited to this wedding, my husband got super defensive and asked why I'd even want to go in the first place. Then he made up some excuse about it only being for work people, and that I wouldn't have any fun. I don't know about you, but to me, he made it crystal clear that he doesn't want me there. And there can only be one reason why, because he actually likes this woman. Or he likes the attention, or both. I've met her before at their work Christmas party, and she is stunning, which makes all of this even harder. I know my husband probably has a crush on her, and he probably likes any attention he can get from her, which is why he's taking this so far. But I have enough friends who have gotten divorced, and it's things like this that put the crack in the foundation. And then those cracks start to become bigger. So while I'm over here trying to put an end to this before it goes too far, he's acting like I'm a crazy person and wants to spend more time with this work wife than his real wife. And this is when it started going too far. He said he was just going to wear his normal work clothes to the wedding, but she said she's going to wear her wedding dress from her failed marriage. She's been divorced for 2 years. So now he might rent a tux, which again, am I the crazy person or is this all going way too far? She brings him homemade lunches. He brings her leftover desserts. Again, that I made. They hang out after work, just the two of them. They're texting constantly. She even invited him to a country music concert. When I asked if I was invited to, he said no. His work wife only had one extra ticket and he said he wanted to go. They ended up going to the concert together and I waited up for him. He smelled like perfume when he got home, and his lips looked like a shade of red that only comes from women's lipstick. But he swore they're just friends and they didn't do anything. Did I mention he got home at 3 in the morning? The concert was over by 11, so what were they doing for 4 hours? He said traffic was bad leaving the concert, and they were both so hungry they stopped and ate on the way home, which basically means they had a date at the concert and then went on a dinner date afterwards, so 2 dates in one night. That's how I look at it. Again, if I did this with a guy, he would be losing his mind. He even forbid me from seeing one of my male co-workers because we went to a happy hour together one time. The double standard here is insane, and yet he still can't see it, or he just doesn't want to see it. I don't want to be the wife who starts going through her husband's phone, but it might be my last resort. Something doesn't smell right here, and I need to get to the bottom of it. One of my friends said that I should go to the work wedding and serve him with divorce papers. I thought that seemed a little harsh, but we haven't been intimate in over 6 weeks. He doesn't take me out on dates anymore, and he gets home late from work almost every night. Then he's spending his free time going to concerts with her, or hanging out with his buddies. I don't even feel like I'm married anymore because I spend so much time alone. I eat breakfast alone, I eat dinner alone, I walk our dog alone. I'm pretty much in a relationship with myself. I also came home the other night and he was talking on the phone to someone. When I walked in the living room, he quickly ended the call and pulled his right hand out of his pants. "What were you doing?" I screamed. His face went white like he just saw a ghost. You can probably guess what I thought he was doing, but he wouldn't admit to it. He said he was talking to his mom on the phone, and when I asked about the hand in his pants, he said that it's just something guys do. But when I ran into his mom a few days later, she said she hadn't talked to him in weeks. Something isn't adding up here. As I'm writing this, the work wedding is 12 days away. What should I do? Every time I try to talk to him about this, he says I'm making a big deal out of nothing. The wedding is happening on a Friday afternoon. I'm thinking about taking off work and showing up unannounced. Then, when they do the part where they ask if there's any objections, I can stand up and tell them both how stupid this is. His co-workers know who I am, because at last year's New Year's party, I had to bring him an extra pair of pants, so they'd probably let me in the building to see the wedding. Or am I the crazy one here? To me, a work husband or a work wife is someone you spend a lot of time with. At work. Maybe you're on the same team, or you're assigned to the same projects, so you just end up naturally spend a lot of time together working. This is way beyond that. They're not even the same department, and they don't do any actual work together. I think she's still getting over her divorce and for whatever reason keyed in on my husband. Maybe she's living in some fantasy world, but he has definitely not done enough to stop this, probably because she's gorgeous and he loves the attention. And while he doesn't think anything's going to happen, he probably thinks something could happen. And since we haven't been intimate in months, he's probably starting to look at other women. They posted a bunch of pictures together on social media when they went to the concert. And so I had my parents asking me what the heck was going on with my marriage. And trying to explain to them that this was all supposedly a joke did not sit well with them. I still have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to show up at this wedding. Because I know there's more going on here and I'm going to put an end to it one way or another. Wish me luck.